Hey, greetings from the Office of Continuing Education at LSU Eunice. I heard that you want to be a literary critic when you grow up. Well, you came to the right place. We're going to get to work on that in Module 4. I'd like to give you a few introductory words about this next assignment. Whether you seriously plan to become a literary critic or not, you're going to have to do one to get through English 1002. So let's look at what we're going to accomplish here. Have handy a copy of the evaluation criteria with this little handout, and also there are two student samples of critical reviews. The one I'm going to refer to mainly is this critical review of Nathaniel Hawthorne's short story Young, Good, and Brown, because that resembles the one that you're going to do the most. We come to this assignment right after the crime scene report with a deliberate purpose. The two assignments are juxtaposed or opposite one another because they are exactly the opposite. I mean, we're turning at 180 degrees in terms of our rhetorical approaches to the critical review. In the crime scene report, your writing was extremely factual. It was detailed, objective description. You were not allowed to interject any opinion or personal viewpoint at all. It had to be very, very strictly objective and professional in tone and in everything else. Now you come into this role as a literary critic, and all of a sudden we want to know your opinion. We not only want you to know your opinion, we'd like you to be able to express your opinion with some flair. You're going to play around with words and your opinions, even to the point of, in some respects, of manipulating the reader, because that's what reviewers do. If you see movie reviews on TV, or if you read movie reviews in newspapers or magazines, you notice the writers tend to be pretty splashy and they use lots of figurative language. Often they're very humorous in their approaches. Why? Because they're written to be entertaining as much as they're written to be informative. So I want you to feel some of that purpose as you write this next particular assignment. Let me put my reading glasses on here so we can look at the criteria more specifically. 5 criteria, as with the last assignment. Criteria 1 and 5 are the same for all of the assignments you're going to do this semester. For the review, number 2 says the paper will follow an organizational plan that is clearly evident by 2 parts. You're going to have a synopsis, which is a single paragraph. A synopsis is not even a summary of a story. It's a short paragraph that tells who wrote the story, what the story is about, who the main characters are, where it's set, just a real basic story exposition. You're not going to get into a detailed plot summary anywhere in this assignment, although that's the trap a lot of students fall into when they try to write the review. It turns into a plot summary. We want to do more than that. We'll talk about that as we go. Criteria number 3, the paper will be developed to an adequate length of 1,000 words or more, with thoughtful and specific details of critical analysis, reflecting the writer's close reading and logical analysis. Okay, it's okay to be entertaining. It's okay to be fun. It's okay to have opinions, but they also have to be supported by strong logical reasoning. Number 4 is important. The tone of writing, as opposed to the crime scene report. The tone will be engaging and compelling, advancing and supporting opinions and judgments about the story, its characters, its plot, so on and so forth. So your opinion does count. And you're going to see as you read this Nathaniel Hawthorne review. And the other review that is in there is a movie review that was written by a student in another class who reviewed a movie version of the Joyce Carol Oates short story that you read. Where are you going? Where have you been? The movie was entitled Smooth Talk. And I included that movie review because it is based on a short story. It shows you the format of a synopsis and a full-length review. And best of all, it's just another example of really good critical review writing where the writer's viewpoints and opinions are set forth in a clear and entertaining way. So remember, in this assignment, you're going to be writing to you're going to be writing to persuade, to inform, and also it's not out of bounds to write to entertain. And we're going to see how we manipulate our style of writing, the format, and everything else compared to the way we did in the first assignment where we had to be cold, factual, and objective. One additional feature that's going to be introduced in Module 4, you're going to start using Smart Thinking, the online tutorial system. The Smart Thinking Tutor is, well, there's a network of them. You submit your papers to the Smart Thinking website, and your paper will go to a trained English teacher somewhere in the United States of America, and that teacher will read your paper and send you back a response with suggestions and annotations in your paper. You'll be very impressed and surprised at how helpful it is. It's just one other resource that we provide for our online students at LSUE. It's your student technology fees at work. You're going to see it's not going to be a bother to have to submit that draft to Smart Thinking. It's going to be a real privilege and opportunity for you to get additional feedback that will supplement the peer review and response that will go on in the Look What I Wrote forum. The deadlines for the posting the rough draft, a complete rough draft, will be like the last time, right around mid-module, and I'll be interacting with you in the coming days a great deal, I'm sure, in Look What I Wrote 4. All right, I'll see you there. Let's get busy with our critical reviews.